questions, and then we'll have the group pose for a photo. Over here.
This question is for Harvey. I know you were very young, so you might not be able to remember so well, but was Gregory kind of diva?
No, he was really, really nice. I mean, I spent a lot of time with him because I was 5. Obviously, I didn't have any clue who anyone was there. So he was really patient with me because if he was tired and he was in his trade, I just bowled him. Hey Gregory, do you want to play? And he was like, oh, come on then, off we go to the park. Same with Lee Remick. But, you know, I was totally oblivious to sort of what they were. And in a way, I think with kids, that's perfect because people in them positions do have a lot of stress and people play up to them. And probably that's why they can be a diva, because they've got a lot of yes people. And I think with a child who's quite innocent, they just, you know, they don't realise they're not liking them because they're a star as such, they're just getting on with them. And Gregory especially, I mean, when we went to America to holiday, he'd ring us up, you know, he'd talk to us on the phone, he tried to invite us over. Unfortunately, the second time we went over there, we couldn't make it. He sent Christmas cards every year for 20 odd years. I mean, really was a nice man, you know, for me. Lee Remick, obviously, she died early, so I didn't have the same sort of relationship with her. But, I mean, everyone says about Gregory Peck being a real gentleman. And, you know, looking back, he really was. He was, you know, a really nice man. I'm sure he had bad days, but generally he was good.
I have no idea.
No?
I thought that was a funny thing to ask.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking to me. I mean, what's wrong with the rest of you? What have I done? You're the man. Let's go get a beer. 5 minutes.
Anyone else? Over here.
Yes. You're not getting a beer though. Honestly, it amazes me. It really, really does. I mean, just unlike these guys who've had careers, you know, with it, I really just did it. I did do another film because my mum and dad wanted me to pursue it, and then I just stopped completely. Just really just had a normal life. I went to work in the city, which I really enjoyed. I've had 3 or 4 businesses. I've worked for myself for the last 20 years. I'm doing jet skis and boats now, which is something I really enjoy. I'm amazed that it still carries on. The other thought. I suppose it's lucky because horror's become huge. It's not so big in England, but I mean over here, I mean look at all yours, it's incredible. I'm back.
I like the lighter side of the business. I was very fortunate to double with Clark Gable, and we became very good friends. I hunted with him and fished with him, and one day in December, he came by my house. And I wasn't home, talked to my wife and said, is Ted working? She said, no, he's playing golf or something. He said, well, I'm going goose hunting back to Oklahoma. I want to know if he'd like to go with me. She said, well, I'm sure he would. So he came back later that afternoon. He had an old gray felt hat pulled down over those big ears and about 3 or 4 day growth of beard. And we got on the plane and flew back into Oklahoma City. And from there we got on a little 2-place plane and flew into Jet, Oklahoma, to a 2-story wooden hotel. And they had one long table about 30 feet long, and they woke us up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we all sat down at this table, and the girls, all the different ladies there waited on us, brought in eggs and bacon and what have you. Now it's cold, and he had a big Mackinac on, pulled up around it, and had the hat pulled down, and nobody said a word. They were eating, and one of the girls, one of the guys at the table told a joke, and Gable put his head back and started laughing, and the lady was right across from him, and she looked and she said, oh my God, Roy Rogers. The gentleman sitting to the right of Gable said, you're very close, that's Clark Gable. Well, to me, the lighter side of the business is the side that I really enjoy the most, and there were many, many good times.
No, we had no idea that we'd have any kind of following like this, any of us, I don't think. It is, you know, pretty amazing and pretty flattering to us that there's all you people still interested in, we appreciate it.
yourselves, because without you, none of this would still be alive. It is amazing. For some of us, it's 25 years. I think 30 years for some, and I'm surprised, but I'm so grateful, really grateful to all of you, because you've made it happen. You've made us all feel special, and I thank you for that.
I agree. I'm very thankful for everything that has happened in, playing these characters in these movies, and I try and, show my appreciation by choking you motherfuckers. Put your hand up if I have choked you in the past. And that's not a joke, right? You all have. So that's how I try and give back.
He had a wonderful flair for words. Now, you asked earlier about how did you become a stuntman. We had a couple of guys in Los Angeles that had a stunt school. It was $2,500 a week when they brought you in. It was a 12-week course where they taught you to do high falls, car work, swords, and so forth. Once you finished that, there was no guarantee you'd go to work. Except for Kane, probably. He picked out something to do. But anyway, it's not all a bed of roses. And I don't mean to put a damper on this conversation, but I've been on shows where 2 men have been killed. One was, of course, Soldiers back in 1958, and another one was Comes a Horseman with Jimmy Kahn. It's not all the fun and laughter that we're putting on right now on the stage. There is a lot of bruises, there's a lot of broken bones, and it's fun when you do it right, but things do happen, and you can get very, very hurt, and you can get wiped out. So if any of you have that in your mind that you want to be a stuntman, and you're past the age of 25, forget it, be an actor.
Okay, we're going to have the group just stand up, and everyone can take photos of everyone.